Hello everyone! Hello! Hello, hello! It's chilly today, isn't it? Christmas is coming. You look like you've been doing some early shopping, miss.
Just a bit. I'm almost finished.
Oh, finished already. Very impressive. Can't say the same myself. I haven't even thought about starting. Who's excited for Christmas? I said, who's excited for Christmas?
Yeah, woohoo!
Well, cheers you three for stopping at the sight of a girl with a guitar. It's hard to get people to stop running around Central in the cold. My name's Holly, and I thought I'd play you all a song.
The Sugar Plum, an audio play written by Shaun Nolan, loosely adapted from The Little Match Girl, a short story by Hans Christian Andersen.
I wrote this song just last week, actually, after I'd seen some Christmas trees going up in the windows of Selfridges. You all seen those?
Yeah.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Our dear Holly, the heart of our story, was never normally as confident as this.
I think the Christmas windows on Oxford Street are the best part of the year. I used to love going there with my grandma.
When the crowds around her were bigger, she seized up a little, anxious that she'd be caught without a licence. At home, in the presence of her mother, she could rarely speak as freely as this.
If I could stand across the street from them and sing all day, I would.
But when she was like this, 2 or 3 people around her, charmed by someone as young as she, addressing an audience with such gusto, it felt good. A kind of good which only came once in a blue moon.
I was walking past there and it got me thinking about my grandma. She loved Christmas. She died this year, unfortunately, and I miss her greatly. So it took a lot for me to write this. Will probably take a bit out of me to play it too, but anyway, here goes. Gingerbread houses, icing sugar snow, the tree in the corner, fairy lights all aglow. We light a fire and share in Christmas cheer, but it doesn't feel the same without you here. The lights shine on, but it's still dark inside. Life goes on without you. There's nowhere I can hide. It's nothing like it used to be. I don't know what to do. How can I be jolly when I'm still missing you? When I write my list this year, I know what I'll be wishing for. Santa, work your magic, please, and let her walk back through the door. 'Cause she was the reason it was my favourite season. It's hard enough in spring, summer and fall, but I miss her most when Christmas comes to call. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Holly was pleased with the reception to her song, mostly because of the effort it had taken her to write it. Up until this point, cover versions of songs were her forte. Songwriting had never come to her easily. But there was something about the passing of her grandmother, something about the potency of the way it made her feel that November morning as she sat on the street outside Selfridges, that compelled her to think it out through music. It flowed from her fingertips, like water from a faucet, an emotional demon exercised.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers. Have a lovely day. Oh no, that's nowhere near enough. Oh God, what do I do?
When Holly's grandmother passed, everything changed. Overwhelmed by the burden of her grandmother's finances and estate, Holly's mother, the only surviving child, was crippled by the expenditures. She managed to keep a roof over hers and Holly's heads, but it came at a cost. They started to struggle to make ends meet. So Holly, using the only talent she barely thinks she has, takes to the city streets to play for cash. She takes it home, her mother counts it, and then she comes back and tries again. Nothing is ever enough.
I can't exactly go home with this. £2.65 for a whole day singing. At Christmas.
So Holly decided to start walking, with her guitar on her back, to find herself a spot to sleep in for the night. It was late, cold, but she knew that if she found somewhere quiet, she'd be able to spend the night practicing for the song she could do tomorrow.
What Christmas songs do I know? I know Last Christmas, I think. I'm pretty sure I can remember the lyrics to that. But everyone seems to do that one. I could do the Pogues, that's always fun. But maybe not appropriate for the daytime.
When Holly got to the corner she was looking for, she sat on the bag for her guitar and started to find a tune.
That's some pretty singing you're doing there.
Oh, thank you, thanks.
Why are you sitting out here in the cold, hiding away?
I'm just practicing, playing some songs.
Play me a song then, darling. Go on, play me one.
I'd rather not, I'm not very good.
I bet you are good. Look at you. A pretty girl like you definitely knows how to play the guitar.
I don't quite think that's how that...
Does your mum know you're down here?
No, but I'm going home soon.
Out here, all on your own. No one knows you're here. And now you're going to go home on your own too?
Well, yes, I mean, maybe. Yes, I suppose, yes.
Oh dear, we can't be having that then, can we? Little girl like you, all on your own. Maybe I should stay here and look after you.
No, I'm fine, thank you, honestly. I should probably get on my way.
No, don't go doing that. If you want to stay here, you stay here. I'll just come and sit down with you. Keep you warm.
I'm fine, honestly, please don't.
Oi, you dirty pig! Piss off and leave her alone!
Oh, you have a little friend, do you, darling?
Yes, she does, you dirty creep. Clear off and piss in another alley.
I wasn't down here to do a piss. I was here to sit with your friend.
Well, I'm here now, aren't I?
I could always keep both of you beauties warm.
Mark! Will you get out here, please, and get this block of lard with legs to scurry away? Looks like he's got a thing for intimidating little girls.
Oi, Nat, pipe down. I weren't doing nothing like that.
Well, you better hope it wasn't. Run away back in there before Mark comes out here and does it for you.
Psh, you sluts think you're so above it.
Are you alright?
How did you do that?
Do what?
Get him to go away like that?
Trust me, you get used to people like that. I shouldn't even be out here on my own at this time. I'm never on my own at this time, actually. I mostly move in a two. Travelling around London in the dark is always safer in twos.
Well, thank you.
Hey, don't worry about it. It's all right. Let yourself cry, get it out. This kind of thing is always scary, no matter how many times it's happened to you. I was so scared when I walked up here to have a go. But who would I have been to walk right by?
Thank you.
Can I sit with you? Cheers. I've seen you on the corner round there. Near where they do the homeless kitchen sometimes.
Yeah, you probably have.
That's not a licensed spot to sing, is it?
Oh, well...
Don't worry about it. I won't tell. I always used to busk in unlicensed spots when I was starting out. Everyone does it, trust me. The waiting list for a licence is ridiculous.
You busk too?
I do indeed. A Thursday night slot and a Sunday morning slot, right in front of the National Gallery.
Wow, that's the dream.
Yeah, it took me ages to get it, but I persisted. It's just me, men writing on the pavement in chalk, and Ellie who dresses up as a floating Yoda. There's a lot of fun to be had in London.
My name's Holly.
My name's Jenny.
Hi.
Hi. Is that the song you've been singing in your set recently?
Oh my gosh, you heard it. You were there today?
No, not today. But last Sunday I walked past. That's why I recognise you. You only had the chorus then and I liked it. A new Christmas love song.
Oh, yeah, a love song. I guess, kind of. Well, thanks.
Sing a bit for me. Please.
Are you sure? I don't...
Yes, please. I've been singing the chorus all week.
Right. Okay. It's nothing like it used to be. I don't know what to do. How can I be jolly when I'm still missing you? When I write my list this year, I know what I'll be wishing for. Santa, work your magic, please, and let her walk back through the door. 'Cause she was the reason, it was my favorite season. It's hard enough in spring, summer and fall, but I miss her most when Christmas comes to call.
Why are you down here instead of singing out there?
No one goes past my spot at this time of night. It's too late. No point in me standing there now with the street police walking around. I'll get caught.
Why don't you move to somewhere else?
It's not worth the risk of getting caught there either. When police come by my current spot, I can just stop playing and walk away. They don't know my face, so I'm fine.
Right. I see. The only place I used to illegally busk was home in Reading. No one bats an eyelid there.
I don't think I can go home with the little money I made tonight.
Do you need some money for somewhere to stay?
Oh, no. I'm fine with that. I'm fine. I'd live with my mum. It's just that she isn't very happy when I come home with what I've got.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's fine. It's just the way of my life. It's my fault for not starting earlier. I said when I went out this morning that I'd sing all day, but I only got there 10 minutes before it got dark. I spent all afternoon trying not to get caught reading in foils. Feels like forever since I got some time on my own. But thank you.
Do you sleep out a lot?
No, I've never done it before. I've never made this little before. I don't know, I don't want to let her down.
With a talent like yours? You never could.
Why are you out?
It's a Thursday night. I have my late night slot.
Where's your instrument?
It's in here.
You just sing?
Yep, a cappella on a Thursday night, keyboard on a Sunday morn. Too risky carrying around equipment at night.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
Looks like you know how to play, though.
Yeah, I've been playing for a while now. It was the cheapest instrument I could try.
How much money do you need to take home?
I don't know. No less than a tenner? If I take home what I've got, I'll probably just get told off and that'll be it. It'll blow over. But I want to save some money back to get my mum a present this year. Something nice. And what can I save back from this?
What do you want to get your mum?
Her mum used to let her use this gorgeous lipstick she had. A bright red Chanel one. I remember when I was little, my mum was going to this Christmas party with her work, and she'd gone up in the loft to find her sequin Christmas dress, and when she got it down, the moths had eaten it. And she screamed and shouted and didn't know what to do, but my grandma stood there smiling and said, "Are you finished?" And then she got my mum to put on her normal jeans and the top she wore to my birthday meal that year. And then she held out this lipstick and said, "Now try this." So she sat down at Grandma's makeup table, and I sat behind her on the bed while Grandma put it on her, and it totally changed everything. Her face shone, her eyes were wider, her outfit looked so much more expensive than it was. I'm sure Grandma was difficult at times. She used to shout at me when I'd left my bedroom untidy, and it terrified me. But she always knew how to make people feel good when they needed to. All that power was in one little shiny black tube. That's what I want to get my mum for Christmas.
Has your grandmother not got it anymore?
Oh no, she ran out of it years ago and never bought another one. And she passed this year, so I've been thinking about it a lot. So is my mum. It feels just right.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, sorry. Remembering that's just made me...
Hey, it's okay. Let it out. Let it out. There's a lot of shock in that system tonight, clearly. Let it out.
It's gotten to the point now where everyone's talking about family and gifts that I really realise she's probably gone.
I get that. It's okay.
Anyway, I shouldn't be sharing all this with you. I don't even know you. Sorry. But I don't. It's not your problem to worry about. You should get going for your set anyway.
Why don't you come with me? I'll split my money with you.
Why would you... Thank you for that offer, but why would you do that?
Why not? You seem like you know how to sell a song. And I don't fancy singing a cappella tonight. Come on, it's only a 20-minute set.
Okay.
And so Holly went with Jenny, her new musical friend. The girl with the courage to ward off creepy men and the confidence to both dominate a conversation and to listen. She had the kind of eyes that were warm and bright, sympathetic and attentive all at once. Boys must love her, she thought, and Holly seemed to love her a bit too.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jenny. Big up all the Jennies out here tonight. Hope my sisters are doing well. I have a pretty special guest with me tonight. Say hello.
Hello.
And we're going to sing this amazing song all about missing someone at Christmas time.
Yeah, well, something like that.
And we're going to try and do it together right now.
Gingerbread houses, icing, sugar, snow, the tree in the corner, the fairy lights all aglow. We'll light a fire and sharing Christmas cheer, but it doesn't feel the same without you here. The lights shine on, but it's still dark inside. Life goes on without you. There's nowhere I can hide. It's nothing like it used to be. I don't know what to do. How can I be jolly when I'm still missing you? When I write my list this year, I know what I'll be wishing for. Santa, work your magic, please, and let her walk back through the door. 'Cause she was the reason, it was my favorite season. It's hard enough in spring, summer and fall, but I miss her most when Christmas comes to call.
Thank you, guys. We'll be back in a minute.
There is so much money in there. There's notes, actual notes.
Oh, you've never had notes before?
No, not really. Once, but I think that man was a flasher.
He was wearing a big coat.
No, he just showed me his penis.
Right.
So how much do you think we have?
So far, 20, 30, 31 pounds, maybe more?
Oh my God.
Let's split it 70-30. You deserve more, it was your song.
Oh, Jenny, you don't have to do that, it's fine.
I know I don't have to, but I want to. If we go back out there and make a bit more, you'll probably end up taking home 30. Give 20 to your mum and keep the rest for you.
For her gift, so that's my mum too.
If you like, yeah. Exactly.
Thank you, Jenny.
My pleasure. It's a great song.
And that's exactly what Holly did. After another 15 minutes, she managed to take home a total of over £35. Jenny got on the tube with her to take her home, making sure she got back to her station safe.
This is the first time I've been on the tube in years!
She said as they bounded through a tunnel,
Don't feel like you missed much.
and then she waved her goodbye and said goodnight.
Mum,
How did you get on? Bloody hell.
you happy?
Oh, I'm very happy. This'll do nicely.
My pleasure.
How did you manage it? Did you steal some?
No, of course I didn't steal any, Mum. I earned it.
Doing what?
Busking, Mum. Singing. It all came from singing.
But you never make this much normally. How come you made this much today?
I don't know.
You haven't moved spots, have you? Tell me you haven't moved spots.
No, Mum.
Because if you've moved spots and you've messed this up for us, then you know I'm not going to be happy, don't you?
I haven't done anything.
If you get the police involved or do anything to get on their radar and lose that spot for yourself, it's lights out for you. I can assure you.
Yes, Mum. What's for tea?
What's for tea? Who do you think I am? The maid?
No, Mum, I was just asking.
You can go down the shop and get it yourself with this cash. I haven't got anything in. Get us something different. What about omelettes? We haven't had eggs in a while.
You don't know how to make omelettes good, and neither do I. Grandma was always good at omelettes.
Well, you could always ask her to make you some. But I think you'll be waiting a while.
Oh, Mum, don't.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
You treat me like crap sometimes, you know that?
I'm sorry, Mum, I don't mean to.
You don't know how much I've had to sacrifice to give you the life you have, do you? What I've had to go without to make sure you're all right.
Yes, Mum, I know, Mum.
And I don't force you to go to school, do I? I let you leave that college behind and stay at home with me because that's what you said you wanted to do, didn't you?
Yes, Mum.
And I know it's nothing special. I know I should give you more. Don't you think I know that? I feel like the worst mum in the world sometimes, but I'm just doing my best with what I've got. I'm sorry I'm your mum. I know you must hate me.
Of course I don't hate you, Mum. Please don't say that.
No, I know you do, Holly, and that's fine. I understand that. I deserve it. But at least I'm trying my best to give you a life worth living, letting you go out there and live your dream until you find a job that gets us stable.
Yes, Mum.
I work my job in the week to get this roof over our heads, and you go out there and do your thing to get a bit extra for meals. That's the deal.
Yes, Mum.
I only do it all because I love you.
I know, Mum.
Oh, enough of that. Where are these eggs then?
With a belly full of eggs from dinner the night before and an egg on toast that morning, Holly went back to her normal spot full of pride and hope. Meeting Jenny had been the kind of lifeline she'd long been waiting for, and it finally looked like she was on her way up.
The girl from Trafalgar Square sent us,
said a woman in the crowd on Sunday afternoon after Holly asked why so many people had shown up.
Well, thank you for being here. This is a song I wrote about my favourite person, my grandma.
But when Holly went over to the National Gallery not long after, Jenny was nowhere to be found.
Excuse me, have you seen a sort of young lady girl, sort of about this tall, dark hair? No?
So she went home deflated and waited until Thursday night, and then went over to
Sorry,
Trafalgar
excuse me,
Square
is there
again,
a busker round
but
here?
no one was there. The slot was empty.
Hiya, have you seen a girl
Confused, Holly walked to the alleyway where she'd met Jenny for the
Just
first
anywhere
time.
around here, you know, she'd kind of-
But she wasn't waiting down there either. As the weeks went on and Christmas approached, Holly started to make more money than ever, giving the majority to her mum, a bit back for the present, and keeping a pound or two back for herself. But still, there was never any sign of Jenny. About a week before Christmas,
Mum, I'm going to have to stop busking until after Christmas.
Why the hell would you do that? You're making us good money.
Well, because the crowds are getting too big, Mum. And it's Christmas, so the police are out more and they're going to start to
I
suspect.
can't believe you're turning down business when you're the busiest you've ever been. The money you're bringing in is keeping us afloat.
It was always you that said I shouldn't do anything to get myself caught until I get myself a licence. And
Well,
I...
get yourself a licence then. You've got the crowds now. You're popular. They'll let you do it.
It doesn't work like that, Mum, and you know it. There's a list, and I'm not very high on it. Look, I've still got a long while to go.
Fine. Do whatever. But if we run out of money, you're done.
Holly's mother had been keeping some of the money Holly had been bringing back in reserve. Holly knew that, so taking a fortnight off to avoid getting caught wasn't going to hurt. But, as we know, Holly had been keeping some money back of her own. On Christmas Eve, Holly managed to make an excuse to get out of the house.
I'm going to see the lights.
She said.
I want to see the crowds in town.
But Holly went further afield than a simple walk to her local square. She headed straight into the city, paying cash for her ticket so her mother wouldn't notice on the oyster bill she checked, and headed for Covent Garden to the Chanel beauty store.
Wow. Can I help you? Oh, hello. I was just taking it in. Taking what in? Your shop. It's so beautiful. Yes, I suppose it is. Are you looking for anything in particular? Oh, yes, I am. I think I might need your help. I'm looking to buy a gift. What kind of gift? A lipstick for my mother, like the one she used to borrow from my grandma. Do you know which range, which shade? No. But I know that it was red and in a black tube. That's quite a lot of our lipsticks, I'm afraid.
Oh, yes, I suppose it is.
Would you recognise this colour if you saw it? Why not take a look at the ones displayed over here?
Are the colours on the bottoms the same as in the tube?
Yes, mostly, though it does of course depend on how pigmented you choose to apply it. All our lipsticks have a high pigment, so it's hard to put them on lightly. But if you dabbed Rouge Cocoa in natural on with your finger, it would look different to, say, a Rouge Allure applied directly to the lip in the shade Rouge Spectaculaire. Do you see what I'm saying?
Kind of. I don't wear makeup much, you see.
Yes, I do see. Don't apply too much pressure, please. You'll snap the colour.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I don't think it's that one. It's too close to pink.
I see. Would you be looking for anything else to go with your gift today?
Oh, no, thank you. Unless there's a sale on or something. I don't think my budget will stretch that far.
We don't ever have a sale on at Chanel.
Right. Yes, of course. Oh, it could be this one, actually. What's this one called?
Rouge Magister.
Oh, yes, I think that's definitely it. It's the packaging I remember and everything.
Fantastic. One of those for you today.
Yes, please.
OK, let me go and ring that up for you. I'll see you over at the till in a moment.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
Madam?
Oh, yes, sorry.
I've put the present in a gift wrap bag for you, so it's all ready to go.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
And that's £35 to pay today then, please. Cash or card?
Sorry?
Cash or card?
No, £35. It's £35?
Yes.
Oh. I'll have to dig into my money. OK, that's fine. Cash then, please.
OK. 1, 2, 3, 50.
Sorry about this.
Do you mind if I serve another customer then while you sort yourself out?
Oh, OK, that's fine, yes.
Can I help? Is it this bundle here, yes? Is that everything for you today? That's £214.90 then, please. Would you like to pay by cash or card? That's all ready for you when you are. Thank you very much. This is for you and your receipt is in the bag. Have a good day now. Are we all ready to go yet?
Yes, that's £35 there for you.
OK.
I promise I'm more organised than this normally.
Mm-hmm.
As Holly walked home with her Chanel bag in hand, she started to feel a sense of pride again. For the first time in her life, she had bought her mother a gift out of money she'd earned for herself. And a good gift too, from Chanel. She knew full well that her mother could be a difficult character, but Holly thought she was right when she said that she did a lot to look after her. She'd given up all of the finer things in life to keep a roof over Holly's head, and this lipstick was a physical manifestation of Holly's gratitude. Holly had spent all of the money she'd held back for her mother's gift, and even chipped in some of the cash she'd kept for herself to buy the lipstick, and with a couple of pounds left, she decided to buy herself a coffee for the walk home.
All right, what can I get you?
Can I have a latte to go, please?
Yep. You got a reusable cup?
No. Wait a minute, hold on. Excuse me, could you turn the television up a bit, please? That's my friend on the telly.
Your friend? Okay.
How important was it to you to keep the memory of your grandmother alive like this?
Oh, that was incredibly important to me. She was my best friend for my whole life. And when she went... Sorry. I promised I wouldn't embarrass myself on the evening news. Sorry.
It's all right. Take your time. We all understand.
When she went, things got really hard for me and my mum, and we struggled to make ends meet. And it's so hard to motivate yourself when you're full of grief, you know? So I started to make money the only way I know how, by busking.
What the...
And how amazing for you and your mum that an opportunity like this came about.
Yeah, totally. So, this whole crazy situation came about by a video going viral on Facebook, actually. I used to busk outside the National Gallery in London, and one night I was singing this song I'd recently written about my grandma and Christmas time. And I sang it every single day. And then this one little girl came up to me,
Little girl?
and she said that she knew the song and that she could sing it with me. She thought she'd learned the chords. I absolutely bowled over. I couldn't believe anyone would care about my music so much to do that. So I said okay, and we sang it, and obviously someone was there who videoed it and posted it online.
And then here you are.
And then the people at Abbey Road got in contact, and we recorded it. And then here we are, yeah.
The perfect Christmas love song.
Indeed. It's a song about loss, but I also like to think of it as a song all about different kinds of love, like romance too.
It's just amazing, isn't it? So inspiring. Let's see a bit of that clip right now.
What a cheeky bitch! I thought she'd left me on my own, but instead she's gone out there and taken my story.
Latte, love.
You can't even see me in the video, they've cropped me out. That's my song! That's my song she's singing.
Jenny, do you know who the other girl is in the video? She has a lovely voice. In the video, you only ever call her friend.
No, I have no idea who she is. I called her friend because I never learned her name. As I say, she came up to me that night and went straight back off again after. As you can see, sadly, she's not in the video at all. You can only see me, so I can hardly remember her face.
The mystery girl we will never know.
We will never know indeed.
Christmas number 1. We hope so. Jenny Dignan's new single, When Christmas Comes to Call, is available now.
I sing sugar snow.
I think it's time for you to leave.
I can't believe she's taken my song. I can't believe she's taken my story. She's stolen my whole life. She's taken my
I'm
life.
going to have to ask you to leave, please.
Rise and shine, my love. It's Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Mum.
Merry Christmas, darling. No rush to get up, but when you're ready, come on downstairs and I've got a surprise for you.
Really?
Don't get too excited. You didn't need to be so quick.
Well, you mentioned a surprise and I got excited.
Oh, well, it's only a full English breakfast.
Oh my God. Wow. Thanks, Mum.
Well, I'd never done one before in my life and it was pretty hard, but I thought, well, if we can't have a full-on proper turkey dinner, we can at least have a full-on bacon brekkie.
I can't wait. Thank you.
Oh, love. Let's pop a bit of music on, shall we? Must be some Christmas music on the radio, surely.
Mum, please, can you switch that off? I can't listen to that song.
Why not?
I just hate it, okay, please.
All right, fine. Don't shout at me like that. It's just a bloody song. There you go. Why are you trying to kill the mood?
I'm not trying to kill the mood, Mum. I'm sorry. I just don't want to hear that song anymore. I've heard it more than enough these past few weeks. I've actually got a surprise for you.
Really? A surprise for me?
Mm-hmm. Close your eyes.
Ooh. You better not make me jump.
I'm not going to make you jump, am I? Don't be daft. Wait here. No peeking.
I'm not.
Here you go. Open them.
What is it?
Unwrap the tissue and then there's a bag inside.
Where did you get...
Mum, just open it.
What is this?
It's Chanel, Mum. Now open up the bag and see what's inside.
Chanel?
Mum, just open it.
Is this a joke?
Open the box and see what's inside. It's Grandma's Meryl Streep lipstick. Remember? Like the one Meryl Streep wore in that movie that we liked where she works at the magazine. Surprise! Well, say something then.
Did you steal this, Holly?
What?
I said, did you steal this, Holly?
No, Mum, of course I didn't steal it. You told me not to steal, Mum, so I never have.
Then how on earth did you manage to get it?
I paid for it, Mum.
You paid for it?
Yes, Mum, I paid for it, Mum.
What do you mean you paid for it? With what money did you pay for it?
I've been saving up, Mum, to buy you a nice surprise for Christmas. I thought you might like it.
Why the heck have you been keeping money back from me, Holly? I've been struggling here day in, day out to put food on the table for you and a roof over your head. And you decide to keep money back from me and spend it on a poxy lipstick. Why would I want that? You knew I couldn't even afford a proper Christmas dinner this year, but you thought I'd want an expensive lipstick instead.
I thought you might like it, Mum.
Don't talk back to me. How much did it cost you?
What?
Are you deaf? How much did it cost you?
£35.
What?
£35?
What? Take this and get out of my house now.
Mum, please.
Get out of my house now. Look, now. I don't want to see you. Get out.
Where do you expect me to go for the day? It's Christmas
You
Day.
should have thought of that before you wasted your money then, shouldn't you? Get out. What are you taking that for? Why are you wearing my slippers? Where are you going with my slippers?
And so our dear Holly roamed the streets on that cold Christmas morning, a luxury lipstick in her arms and her mother's slippers on her feet. She shivered as she walked, with only her bed jumper for warmth and no hat on her head either. And as she walked for 20, 30, 90, 100 minutes, she started to get weaker and weaker, walking in circles around the town, biding her time until she could go home where her mother would forgive her. The strap from her guitar started to rub into her neck, so she took a moment to sit down on the bench at the end of Smithen Street and wait, the air so cold she could see her breath in front of her. Across the street was a house, the kind of house that Holly liked. 2 big bay windows either side of a front door with a porch, 3 windows upstairs and a bush around the front lawn. From her seat on the bench, she could see right into the downstairs window on the right, and the house's Christmas tree shone out into the street like a beacon, rainbow-coloured lights starkly contrasting the grey that filled outdoors. She watched as the family, a mother and her 2 little girls, sat to open presents that the girls accepted with glee. Then one of the girls gave their mother something. A pebble on a string, it seemed to be. The mother was so elated with the gift, so overwhelmed with gratitude that she started to cry. And as she did so, and one girl hugged her mother, the other stole a sweet from a tin. It was scenes like this that Holly saw all morning as she walked around town, much of the same. Families in the warm, sharing hugs and laughter, eating food and smiling with one another.
This isn't what it gets to be like for me right now. It's been a long time since I felt like that. It will be a long time until I feel like that again. I'm sorry. Oh dear, oh dear.
And it was then that Holly started to cry, remembering the loss she'd suffered. The first Christmas without her grandmother, the woman who stood in her corner. It was always Holly's grandmother who knew how to bring them together. Holly and her mother had never managed to see eye to eye, but Holly's grandmother managed to bridge that.
It's because she feels guilty for the way she's raised you.
Holly's grandmother used to say.
She's embarrassed by how little she's made of her life.
But Holly had never thought little of her mother at all. On the contrary, Holly had always thought of her mum as a super mum. Her friends' mums had one job each, a career as she'd learned very early on, but her mum didn't do that. Throughout Holly's childhood, her mum was everything, from a school dinner lady to a cleaner, from a sales assistant in a corner shop to a receptionist at the hairdresser's, from a box packer in a factory to carer for her grandmother. Holly's mum's drive to work and to look after her had never gone unnoticed. But Holly's mother had always thought it was for the wrong reasons, and no matter how hard she tried, Holly could never change her mind on that. When her grandma passed, especially so.
You all right there? You look mighty cold.
Oh, yes, I'm fine, thank you. Just catching the air.
Oh, right. If you're sure.
Did you get your guitar for Christmas?
Yeah, sure.
Thought you'd sit on the bandstand and feel the music?
Something like that, yeah. While Mum's at home making the lunch.
Oh, I see. That'll be lovely. You're not going to play us a song then?
Play you a song?
It's Christmas.
Right.
Play us what we know. Do the Pogues.
Oh, don't ask her to do that. She's only young. She probably won't know it. So sad what happened to Kirsty McCall.
Oh, we know. We had that discussion already this morning.
Do a bit of George Michael.
Okay, I've got one that's been on my mind. You probably know it. This one's for my grandma. Gingerbread houses, icing sugar snow, the tree in the corner, fairy lights all aglow. We'll light a fire and share in Christmas cheer, but it doesn't feel the same without you here. The lights shine on, but it's still dark inside. Life goes on without you. There's nowhere I can hide. It's nothing like it used to be. I don't know what to do. How can I be jolly when I'm still missing you? When I write my list this year, you know what I'll be wishing for. Santa, work your magic, please, and let her walk back through the door. 'Cause she was the reason it was my favorite season. It's hard enough in spring, summer, and fall, but I miss her most when Christmas comes to call. We won't hang the stockings or put cookies out for Santa Claus. We won't sing our Christmas songs or hang a wreath upon the door. You won't tell your stories of Christmas long ago, and your embrace just won't be there to warm me from the winter snow. So when I write my list this year, you know what I'll be asking for. If Santa works his magic, please, then you'd walk back through the door. 'Cause you were the reason it was my favorite season. It's hard enough in spring, summer, and fall, but I miss you most when Christmas comes to call. I miss you most when Christmas comes to call.
Oh my gosh, I think you've made me cry. My Christmas makeup's gonna run. I love that song, but I've never heard it sang like that.
Thank you. I feel that one quite personally.
Well, I can tell. I think you do it better than the original, honestly. That's made my Christmas. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
I wish I could write a song like that. It'd be good, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, it would be.
I'm not good with me emotions, though. I don't think deeply enough to write music, you know? You've got to have seen some stuff and know how you feel about it to do that.
Yeah.
I'd never thought of it like that. You're right, yeah.
Anyway, get home in the warm now, love. Your mum will be missing you. Sing her a bit of that. I'm sure she'll love it.
Maybe I will. Maybe I should.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, sweet.
Merry Christmas.
And as the couple walked away, Holly started to reflect on what the woman had said. How Holly sang the song like she'd never heard it before. How writing like that would be amazing. How you need to have experience and a connection to your feelings to write music. All of that from that song. A song from Holly's mind.
If I can write like that once,
Holly thought.
then I could write like that again.
And that's when Holly started to hum. A new tune she'd never heard before, one that flowed from her with ease, like water from a faucet. And as Holly hummed and played some chords, contemplating going home, she thought,
Maybe Grandma isn't the only person who can fix some of this. Maybe I have the ability to give it a go too.
how Holly knew there were some things she couldn't change on her own. She couldn't fix poverty, she couldn't fix snooty shop assistants judging her, she couldn't stop people like Jenny thinking they can exploit and forget people like her. But she also knew there were some things she could. Her relationship with her mum, her outlook on the world, her ability to write music. Holly was a girl who didn't have many things. Life hadn't treated her kind, but Holly was a girl with talent, a girl with pride, and a girl who could see the world through a lens no one else could. Jenny Dignan had a top 10 Christmas single, but no matter what Jenny could or couldn't claim, it was a success that Holly chose to own. A light at the end of the tunnel, a beacon of hope.
I don't know if I can do this.
Holly thought.
They don't want me to get in the arena, play the game. But I won't sit in silence for them anymore, letting them push me around. Who am I if I don't try?
Thank you for listening to this audio presentation of The Sugar Plum by Shaun Nolan, loosely adapted from The Little Match Girl, a short story by Hans Christian Andersen, starring Anna Hale as Holly, Anna Olivia as Jenny, and Barbara Muston as Holly's mum, with additional voices by Gareth Johnson, Lianne Sellar, Lawrence Kirk, Diane Nolan, Emmeline Downey, and with Shaun Nolan as the narrator. Original music, including the song When Christmas Comes to Call, was composed by Emma Thorpe. Sound engineering and production by Anna Hale. This audio play was directed and produced by Shaun Nolan.